Welcome to your very best channel. How your very best happens. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel at your very best. Imagine, in as little as 2 minutes intervals every day, you could start forming the habit of living your very best life purposefully. How transformational would this be for you and the people you care about? Because while forming the habit of living your very best life every day, you can start sharing it with the people you care about purposefully. To begin, it's necessary to cover what living your very best life is not. It is not wishful thinking and dreaming the perfect life is going to show up for you. Being your very best every day is not about waiting to get lucky breaks in life. It's not about waiting around for approval from someone else. Living your very best life is not about waiting for some traumatic event to happen to you in order to begin creating happier moments of goals achieved for you and the people you care about. It's not about competing against others in your arena that's more polished than you are. Nor is it about trying to please everyone, because honestly, that's one of the fastest ways to keep failing in life, trying to please everyone. It's impossible to achieve that result. And that is not being your very best or living your very best life. It's not about making $1 million or more first before your very best life happens, because it's more about first thinking like a millionaire at your very best, even if you have nothing in your bank account presently. You don't need to have a book of prerequisites first in order to start forming the habit of living your very best life every day. Because this moment is what you make of it purposefully. And you can choose to honor your past efforts that's brought you to this point. You can start being the change that you desire seeing in the world at your very best. And that's how your very best happens. Purposefully. Because it's not about making a list of excuses regarding things you don't have right now. It's about using what's available for you to use right now. To create a blog, a YouTube channel, or a Facebook group, and start sharing what you've learned is to start making the most out of this moment at your very best. Listen, you don't need to have a book of prerequisites first in order to start forming the habit of living your very best life every day. Because it's not about making a list of excuses regarding things you don't have right now. It's about using what's available for you to use right now. To create a blog or a YouTube channel or Facebook group and start sharing what you've learned. And it's about starting to make the most out of this moment at your very best. See, you don't need a book of prerequisites in order to start forming the habit of living your very best life every day. Because this moment is what you make of it purposefully. And you can choose to honor your past efforts that's brought you to this point. You have the power at your very best to write down some of the realistic goals for this year that you aim for and you want to achieve in the order of priority. Right then, time to create our new month resolutions over 12 months. Our new month resolutions for 12 consecutive months, because 12 months are available every year that we're able to create our new month resolutions while being our very best purposefully every day. And through breaking down this year's major goals into obtainable monthly pieces, you've transformed it into 12 months we'll call new month resolutions. Allow one of your new month resolutions to be you forming the habit of being your very best towards achieving your priority goals for this year. Professionals do their very best to stick to the schedules. Amateurs let life get in the way. When you form this powerful habit, being your very best will be your new normal. Because who you're becoming while being your very best purposefully is the most important thing. And it's the best way to honor your past efforts that's brought you to this point. What's more powerful than doing your very best every day alone? It's to be in an environment where everyone around you are doing what you're doing purposefully, and that is being your very best right alongside with you. Because some planned goals are too big to be achieved by one person. And in order for your planned results that's bigger than you to happen, it's important for you to be humble and accept that you are where you are from your best thinking. The good news is, when you add your thoughts with the thoughts of others, you have thoughts you've never had before. when you form the powerful habit of being your very best every day, this will be your new normal. Using 2-minute intervals, you're able to randomly and intuitively test where you are presently if what you've learned up to this point is being used towards forming the habit of being your very best purposefully every day. You can make profits or you can make excuses, but you can't make both at the same time. To repeat, you can make profits or you can make excuses, but you can't make both at the same time. You can make profits or you can make excuses, but you can't make both at the same time. Your attitude is a prophet of your future, and this will determine if you'll choose to do your very best every day. Because the more you become aware and accept how unpredictable life is at any moment, the more you'll see that your life is full of peaks and valleys, downs and ups. And even though life is not fair, you can use it to your advantage, to being your very best every day, because life is what you choose to make of it. Even with all its peaks and valleys, its downs and ups, your very best is going to be different every day, because some of your days are going to be peaks and other days for you are going to be valleys. Time to create our new month resolution for 12 consecutive months, because 12 months are available every year that we are able to create our new month resolution while being our very best purposefully every day. And through breaking down this year's major goals into obtainable monthly pieces, you've transformed it into 12 months we'll call new month resolutions. Allow one of your new month resolution to be the forming of you being your very best towards achieving your priority goals for this year. Too often, a lot of people, you included, think about all the prerequisites of perfection you think are necessary to start living your very best life, such as the perfect way to wake up every morning, the perfect approach to doing everything, your perfect timing, your perfect life, your perfect failures, your perfect reason to put off important things until tomorrow, what you could do today, your perfect ideas, your perfect time to worry about everything, your perfect life, your perfect support from your spouse, having the perfect amount of $1 million in your bank account minimum. What other prerequisites have you heard that are first necessary to live your very best life every day, along with these thoughts harboring in your mind? You need to look like a supermodel. No bad days are allowed around you. Everything you do has to be perfect. You have to show that you're not worrying about your mortality, because everyone who lived a short life was unlucky, but not you, because you're lucky and know that you're going to live a perfect long life. A lot of people think in order to live your very best life every day, you need to have $1 million in your bank account. You need to have the full 100% support from your spouse, your husband, your wife, or you need to be married. You have to show that you're not worrying about your mortality, because everyone who lived a short life was unlucky, but not you, because you're lucky and you're going to live a long life. You have to believe that only certain people get to live their very best life right now because of their financial status, or through how amazing they look, how physically talented they are, and because they're geniuses. You believe that only certain people can live their very best life right now because of their financial status, how amazing they look, how physically talented they are, and how of a genius they are. These people, and probably you included, believe that all these things I've just listed are first prerequisites to live your very best life every day starting today. But they are unnecessary obstacles you've placed in your way of forming the habit of being your very best every day. The opposite side of perfection is doing your very best every day. As a result, you're forming the habit of turning your obstacles into stepping stones, springboards, and energy fuel of positive actions chosen every day purposefully. You're doing your very best in the peaks and valleys of life every day purposefully, because you've learned that failing forward is forward progress, while doing today what others don't in order to have tomorrow what others won't. At your very best, you realize that you've been given this brand new time, in this brand new hour, in this brand new breath of life, in this brand new day purposefully, while forming the habit of brand new being the very best that you can be every day. And this happened. There are many things in life that we can control and many things that we cannot. It is important to be aware of the difference between these two things so that we can focus our energy on the things that we can change and let go of the things that we cannot. Some things that are in our controls, including our thoughts and beliefs, our actions and reactions, our choices and decisions, our attitude and perspective, and our effort and hard work. Our relationships, our health and well-being, our finances, our education and career, our future, our power of action towards choosing to plan for the worst while being our very best every day. Some things that are outside of our control include the weather, the actions of others, the outcome of events, being born in another country, the past, the future, other people's thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, other people's actions and reactions, natural disasters, illness, and death. It is important to remember that we cannot control everything that happens to us. However, at our very best, we can control how we respond to these events. When we focus on the things that we can control, we are more likely to feel empowered and in control of our lives. When we focus on the things that we cannot control, we're more likely to feel stressed, anxious, and helpless. It is also important to remember that we can change the things that we can control. If we are unhappy with our current situation, we can take steps to change it. We can make new choices, take different actions, and develop new habits, such as turning obstacles into stepping stones, springboards, and energy fuel of positive actions chosen. We can learn to manage our thoughts and emotions in a more positive way. The more we focus on the things that we can control, the more we're able to create the life that we want. We can build a life that is full of joy and happiness and fulfillment. We can live a life that is true to ourselves and our values. And here are some tips for focusing on the things that we can control. Identify the things that we can control and the things that we cannot. Make a list of the things that we would like to change in our life. Brainstorm ways to change things. Take action on your plans. Don't give up if you don't see results immediately. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small they may seem. Focusing on the things that you can control is a powerful way to improve your life. It can help you to feel more in control, more empowered, and more positive. It can also help you to achieve your goals and live the life that you want. In summary, how does your very best happen? Do you believe that your very best is possible to happen for you purposefully? And what's an empowering goal to aim for? Forming the habit of being your very best every day. How long does it take to form this habit? It depends on you. It takes a different time for each person because everyone is different. For this reason, it may take 30 days or 1 year. It all depends on you and how long you believe a habit takes to be formed. What are the difficulties or hurdles that are most challenging in forming the habit of being your very best every day? Choosing progress over perfection. Not allowing excuses, wishful thinking, ego, arrogance, pessimism, negative attitude, and outlook of doom and gloom to act like they are your very best. Is there one dominant obstacle to be aware of while being your very best every day, regardless of what level of success you've plateaued to? It is complacency, also known as the comfort zone, excuses, and complaining. And how do you know if you're going in the right direction to being your very best every day? Randomly and intuitively test where you are presently. If what you've learned up to this point is being used towards being your very best purposefully in as little as 2-minute intervals. And how do you know if you're going in the right direction to being your very best today? Randomly and intuitively test where you are presently if what you've learned up to this point is being used towards being your very best purposefully in as little as 2-minute intervals. What is the greatest gap in life? The greatest gap in life is between knowing and doing at your very best every day purposefully. What is true freedom of your mind? True freedom of your mind is being in the environment 24/7 where you're truly free to choose and say yes to certain things and no to things you choose to. 100% of the time. Why is it important to be intuitive at your very best purposefully? Because intuitively, being your very best every day in the peaks and valleys of your life transforms into stepping stones, springboards, and energy fuel of positive actions chosen every day purposefully, reminding you to review what is in your control versus what's outside of your control. And this is how your very best happens purposefully.